back day. So I'm gonna do about 4 to 5 exercises and about working sets, maybe 3 to 4, it just depends on how I feel. So it's really about, I got about 8 weeks and 5 days until the IFBB Dallas Pro in the year 2014, so let's do this. I'm gonna start out my back with the lat pull down to the front. Now, with this in the grip, a lot of people grab it wide. I'm not as strong when I do it wide, so I'm gonna do, see how the bar starts to bend sideways? I'm gonna actually take my pinky, I'm gonna put it right here before it starts to bend. Because when it's in closer, it's actually a stronger position. And there was a controversy between people, I'm losing my voice, something happened to me last night. There's a controversy where people says, use grips, use wraps, and don't use wraps. I use wraps because I'm focused on taking the emphasis out of my hands, so I can just focus on doing the pull down. And so I do that. I don't want to work my forearms, so I'm going to work on my grip. So now, as you can see where my pinky's at, it's right there, so this is a strong position. Now this is going to be my warm-up set, so I'm going to do about 3 to 4 warm-up sets since it's my first exercise. So I'm just going to come down here to the chest, lean back a little bit. I'm going to stop at the chin level. I'm not going to go all the way down, because basically from the chin down brings a lot of bicep. So right here is basically back. So why do I do about 3 to 4 warm-up sets? Because the warmer muscle contracts harder than the pull muscle. As for breathing, you're supposed to breathe out on the exertion of the lift. So it means coming downwards, breathe in, going up, but I just breathe. So I don't know how many that was, but that'll be my first warm-up set in the lat pull down. Okay, some of you guys are gonna be like, well, Nick, you're standing up, I'm in a wheelchair and I can't do this. Well, I'm like a hybrid. I'm in the wheelchair and I'm not in the wheelchair. But if you can't reach it, say like, my arms are too short. Or if you're just a tiny person in general, what you do is, you lift the base plate up. You get this bar down lower, just pull out the pin. Now there's no resistance. So then all you gotta do is take this bar up. Now if you see, this bar is coming down. So, as you can see, I'm sitting in the chair and I can reach it. So now, all you gotta do is put the pin in. Now you can lift the weight, sitting at whatever level. So, using the wheelchair as an excuse is just an excuse. It's a mindset. It's about if you're in a situation, you just think outside the box and make it work. Just make it work. Now, in the gist of doing all my warm-up sets, I started feeling the back of my right tricep. It's kind of like tender. I don't know what it is, but it feels like it could pull or I could damage it. But, so, how am I gonna like justify to that? Basically, I'm just gonna go not as heavy, so I'm gonna go about 200 pounds for my first set. So, it's pulling, so at any time, if I feel it like gonna pull or hurt, I'm gonna stop right then or then whenever I do my set. So I'm just gonna wing it. The goal here is to do a good back workout without getting injured. So the 200 was good, bumped it up to 220. Same weight. next exercise I'm gonna do is behind the neck pull downs. Now some people says don't do this, but this is one of my favorite back exercises. Now do you see how it curves down? Whereas I stop with the pinky right here. Behind the neck, I'm actually gonna have my index finger, this pointer finger, right where it starts to come down. Not all the way wide, not like down here where people do, because I'm still stronger here. Now a little trick I do, in front, I put my thumbs around. Behind the neck, I put my thumbs over. It seems to open up my back more. And I like the feel. It's more of a feel, and this is what I prefer. All right, now, whenever I do this, as I get ready for position, I'm gonna stop at ear level or a little bit above my ears. Going down all the way can actually hurt you. So, here we go. This is on 200 for set number 1. It's actually where your hands are. Not where the bar is, but my hands at ear level. When I do this, when I pull down, I'm focused on driving down with the elbow, not just pulling it down. I'm really concentrating on my back and that elbow driving down. That's how I roll. On 2. Moved it up for my 3rd set for the full set. So we got 250 on there. And this is actually me training for my next IFBB Pro show. So this isn't just like regular training, but this is about me getting ready for a contest or the highest level that you can achieve in the bodybuilding industry. So here we go. I don't weigh 250, so I gotta like Superman, He-Man jump this thing, even get it off the ground. Up. Heavy at the end. What I do is I stretch out between like my tricep cinder, so I'll stretch out my tricep. By doing simple tricep stretches, this moves my back. Just stretch it out. Oh, that's in between sets. Some of you people are probably going to look at the video with a lot of pull downs from behind the neck or even the front. Maybe it doesn't look like I'm going down all the way. But I assure you, like when I'm training and stuff, I feel control contraction in my back. And it's really about whatever you see. It's totally different than what it feels like, because I pull it down enough where it really contracts the crap out of my back, as well as like you don't have to go full range to actually simulate muscle growth. So that's the biggest conception, because a lot of trainers like preach about full range of motion and all this stuff, but even for a bench press, they'll tell you to go down and all the way up like this. And if you do that just by bench press, you actually dislocate your shoulder out of proper alignment, which actually keep it back. So there's a lot of techniques, but there's a lot of loopholes with the whole training stuff, and it takes years to understand and actually adjust to make it work for you. So some of you guys can criticize all you want, judge me how you want, but this is how I do things, and this is my blueprint. So if you don't like it, I don't really care. So off to the next exercise. Now the next exercise I'm gonna do is a machine row. Now rowing's just this. You got cables, barbells, machines. You can do like whatever you call it. As long as this motion from front to back or down to up, that's actually a row. So I'm gonna do this for 3 sets or maybe 4, it just depends. But this is gonna be my first working set on here. So I do a lot of vertical stuff, like your lat pull downs from the top. And then I mix it up with a lot of like lateral movements from front to back. So the rows. So pull downs and rows, and mix them up. So there's a overhand grip, which is like this, and an underhand grip. Works the back completely different. But when you have the under grip, you gotta be careful not to pull with too much bicep and concentrate with pulling back with the back, the elbows. So, I'm gonna get alignment here. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna keep my legs behind me. So I'm gonna put my boobies in the chest right there to lock myself into position. Reach it. Get it. One of the biggest tips as an athlete, bodybuilder, fitness, or just people in general is actually posture. Now as you see, whenever you watch me, my posture is keeping my shoulders back. I do not sit crunch like this. I don't rest like this. As you see, this just looks stupid. And you look like a hunchback, as you can see. But this is how I'm supposed to keep on. Actually posture. Bring your shoulder blades back and your chest up. See how it brings shoulder blades back and you look more full, just in general. So I taught myself to keep this posture like this, and I keep my spine up straight. Even people with spinal cord injuries that have rods, they hunch. See? Now think about it. If I'm doing this for year after year, wouldn't you think that you're going to develop differently than like this? Your chest opens up more versus this where it's caved in. And you look totally like an awkward position, but that's how people see it because they don't think about it. So you constantly gotta bring your shoulder blades back and align yourself. So whenever you do this into the next working set, doing this machine, I'm in proper alignment already. See, like so. So when I get ready to do this, I'm gonna relax out of proper alignment and go back into proper alignment. Got my little motivation here. And you'll see how it all comes together. And again, we'll focus on the elbows. Relax, climb up. With this exercise, I don't use wrist wraps. For some reason, I don't like using it. And I can't get a very good grip, so I just don't use it anyway. But if you can find something, have at it. And for some reason, for this exercise alone, I got a really strong grip. So I feel like I got like a gorilla grip, so I don't really feel like I need it. So maybe it's just that I'm not going heavy enough. See that monkey grip? There's that. Like King Kong. The King Kong, man. I gotta focus. Let's do this. Yeah. You got confidence? Gotta win that push up. Stop it. I can do this. That was like 7.5. Okay. I'll take it. Really sweaty. With the cable rolls, looking for my next exercise. I'm gonna use the wrist wraps because like the machine underhand, I feel more secure having the wrist wraps to get a grip, tighter grip, so I can concentrate more on my back. Again, it goes by preference and stuff like that. But at the same time, You want to make sure you're not neglecting the muscle that you're trying to work. Say like here, this is a back. Don't be like, oh, I got to try to get bigger forearms, so I'll do it without. I'm not working on my forearms, but that's forearm day. So this specifically take all the emphasis out of the grip, take all the emphasis out of the forearms, and completely concentrate on the back. And that's why the point is using the wrist reps. Now with this, you just want to keep the elbows to your side. Now, when people say keep it all the way to your side, just keep it a natural, wherever it feels comfortable. But the key here is you want to drive backwards with the elbows. You want to feel like the elbows is you're going to hit backwards. And that's the key on this exercise, to contract the back, the fullest. Now some people will go right here and just do this. Now, the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to do a full range. I'm going to get us a little bit of stretch, squeeze back, down, back. And that's how Arnold, a lot of times you saw Arnold Schwarzenegger doing it. So, you know, because it works a totally different part of the back when you go lunge over more. Because going from here to here brings in the lower back and sit up completely. Now it's not leaning back like the Matrix, but it's a straight vertical, even back a little bit. Leaning too back is going to rotate too much in a totally different part of the back, like even to the traps, because then you're going into like a stride. You're going to be going like this. So it's a bend, contract. Watch the magic happen. How many reps? I don't know yet. Maybe 12, maybe 15. We'll see. With these, sometimes I put the thumbs around, sometimes I put the thumbs over. It just depends on how I feel that specific time. My hands aren't even on there. I'm not even doing the hands. It's more of a contraction. Ninja style. All right, now when you put your feet here, you want to put it about shoulder width apart, but like say like about so. But since I'm in the chair and stuff and I can't feel nothing, I put my feet a little bit closer because my knees will buckle in. And it's really about just making it work for you. And if you can't use your legs, you sit in the chair and you just extend this a little bit, or you use a different machine and do it one arm at a time. And what it is you make it work for you. And regardless if you're a chair or not, or you worry about what weight to use, or if you're just starting out, who cares? Just do your own thing, live your own life, and don't let others' judgment upon you reflect what you're going to do with your life, because it's really about your life, and don't let someone's opinion of you become your reality, because when you do that you become a slave to other people's opinions and you're not living your life, because then you worry about what others think that you're not good enough. You know, then you make adjustments to your life to go by their way of thinking. So the reality, the hell with other people, and just live your life regardless what your situation is. As you can see, I wear braces like RoboCop. And I'm losing my voice, but the reality is, just do it. Amen. Now I'm doing my set with my robo legs. What would Yoda say? Star Wars like 55 is coming out, and you know, just gotta live your life. All right, bumped it up. Let's do this. Round 3.
Culture Athletics Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit that provides and supports disabled athletes. Please support our cause. Volunteer, donate funds, mail items for the eBay store.